Hi guys, welcome to my channel. It's Natty Guruji. I know you have been following me since now so many days, and this is what it is. The peak week begins. So it's 3 days out. I've already started my peak week. This is the third day. So last video I spoke to you that I'll be talking to you about what is actually peak week, why it is to be done, and what's the science behind it. So without wasting much time, I'll just start it. So what is peak week? Okay, there are two things behind it. Peak week is the last week before you present yourself on the stage. The purpose behind it is you need to look absolute in your conditioning. You have to look tight. Your skin has to be like a pepper skin. Your vascularity, veins have to pop up, and your muscle need to be looking full. So that's actually peak week. So the science behind this is I need to leave water, drying out phase on the last 12 hours of the stage. So for that, I need to put my body in the place where it adapts to lose water. So first thing comes in place is your water intake. What's your water intake in the entire peak week? So in the entire 7 days of the peak week, first 4 days I will be drinking lot of water. It's like now I'm 3 days out, so I'm drinking 7 liters of water. So what happens is when I'm giving so much of water to my body has now adapted with the tendency to flush it out. I'm peeing constantly. I'm going frequently for pees in washroom. My body is flushing it out.
दिन में 10 बार पानी पियो, 20 बार जाओ, आधा जिंदगी साला बाथरूम में चला जाता है.
Now what I'll do is in the last 2 days I will decrease my water intake. From 7 I'll go down to 5, 4, and in the last day I'll cut water completely, like 200 ml, just in sake for taking the meal. What will that do? My body will still think that he needs to cut off water, so it will flush out water.
इतना सुसु लाते कहाँ से हो तुम? हमारे पास तो इतना नहीं है.
Not from my muscles, but from the subcutaneous layer of my skin. Why not from my muscles? Because the day before I will load my body with heavy carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are like when you give carbohydrates, glycogen holds 3 bonds of hydrogen. So it will hold water, and my intramuscular water will increase. My muscles will grow full and will look big. But simultaneously, my body is peeing out the water from the subcutaneous layers of my skin. So what happens is muscle grow full and the skin goes waterless, dry, and sticks on the muscles. So absolute conditioning. Veins pop up, muscles look round and full. That's the peak week. You get that? Yeah. So we are doing it absolute naturally. So 2 things matter here. First is the water intake, and second is your diet. So I have divided my diet plan in 5 days structure. So I'll try to explain it, and then I would like to go on what I am doing practically to do that. So the first 3 days, what I'll be having is, I'll give you an explanation now. I'll have 4 meals divided with a calorie count of almost 1200 kilocalories per day, 7 liters of water, and 20 grams of carbohydrates. So in that, my first meal looks like this: 10 egg whites, 1 full egg, 10 grams of chia seed soaked in water, and a black coffee. Black coffee is kind of a diuretic which will help me to lose water. And second meal now looks like 200 to 220 grams of chicken breast, lettuce 1 or 2 cup, 5 soaked almonds, and 1 scoop of whey protein that I used to take. Third meal looks like, which is a pre-workout meal, 80 grams of cooked sweet potato. This is my carb source. then 8 egg whites, and again a black coffee. And the last meal is in the night, that is 200 grams of chicken breast. No carbohydrates, no veggies, no way. My stomach will be like almost flat, but I will still be full, not be hungry. And in the meanwhile, I'll drink 7 liters of water. So this is what looks like the first day. Similarly, the second day also looks the same, but I just cut off the almonds from it. And the third day, I cut off the chia seed from it. Looks the same. So this is called depletion days. Depletion days. When I come on the fourth day, then I also cut off sodium, that is namak, for 50%, because I don't want sodium to retain water in my subcutaneous. So now I'm dropping down sodium. So on the fifth day, when I'll be traveling, now the plan changes. Now I'll be loading carbohydrates. So my meal plans will look different. This is a game changer. So we load body with heavy carbohydrates now, so it can hold intramuscular water, because glycogen pulls 3 hydrogen atoms or molecules. So let's see how it looks. So calorie count here for the fifth day looks like 1700 to 1800 kilocalories. Water intake, now I've dropped water, no more 7 liters but 4 liters of water. And carbohydrates, 200 to 240 grams of carbohydrates. You get me? High in carbohydrates, carb loading day. So how the meals look like? 5 meals. First meal, early morning, 150 grams cooked sweet potato, 8 egg whites. Then the second meal, 150 gram white rice. This rice will be mostly jasmine or basmati rice. And 150 grams of chicken, pinch of salt. That's the only amount of salt I'll eat in the entire day. Meal 3, 2 rice cakes, 1 tablespoon of honey and 6 egg whites. Meal 4, again 150 grams of sweet potato cooked, 150 gram chicken breast. And meal 5, the last meal, 100 gram white rice with 150 gram of chicken. So this is what looks like the carb loading day. So I'll explain why I'm taking honey when I will be in Delhi. On the last day, I'll make a vlog. So that I'll explain there. Now comes the last day before we go to the stage. This is the crux of it. So now I take 1400 to 1500 kilocalories. Okay. Water intake only 2 liters max 2 liters. And I stopped drinking water 6 o'clock in the evening. Why? Because next day early morning 8 o'clock I have my first competition. So before 12 hours I need to cut off water. So my body will be still thinking, oh, he has to drain out water, and it will pee me out and dry me out. That's the science behind it. So 6 p.m. water shut. Carbohydrates 60 to 80 grams and sodium 0. You get this? Now see the meal plans. First meal 100 gram of sweet potato. Second meal 8 egg whites. Then a black coffee. Now in the second meal I also have 150 gram of chicken with lettuce. Third meal 100 gram of white rice. 150 gram chicken. Fourth meal again 50 gram chicken. And the last meal 6 egg whites. No salt, no carbohydrate. So this is how these 5 to 6 days will look like. And the last day is the show day, bingo. What I am going to eat on the show day, how I'm going to manage. There are 3 competitions: morning Delhi show, then afternoon India show, and the last is the pro card selection. So how am I going to manage my meals, what schedule? So now here plays the time role. I have to have my meals right on time, and why I'm going to eat honey and all those things, I'll explain it the day before. So this is what I wanted to talk about, the peak week. This is how I've planned it, and that's how I'll go dry and full. I have also done some practical steps in order to keep me on check. I've made a checklist where I have put it on my wall, and I go and tick mark. Every 1 liter water I drink, I tick mark. Every meal I take, I tick mark. So that keeps me on check and on track that I'm going with all my meals properly. This is my checklist. As you can see in the wall, this looks like the water intake checklist. So day 1, 7 liters of water, all done. Day 2, 7. Now day 3, I'm almost done with 1 liter. So I'm going to finish this. Day 4, 4 liters, 5, 2 liters, 6, 250 ml. That's all. You can see down here, this is my meal plans. Day 1 depletion, day 2 depletion, day 3 depletion, day 4 carb loading. So meal 1, meal 2, meal 3, meal 4, everything. So I'm ticking it. I'm keeping myself constantly on check because I don't want to miss anything. I'm also using Google Calendar to keep everything on reminding so we don't forget, because I'm low on carbs, I might forget things. As you can see now, I have these water bottles, right? Every bottle is 1 liter. So I have 4 of them. So I fill 4 and 4 twice and I finish them per day. So this is how I check myself. Have I drunk the calculated amount of water? So that's the science behind Peak Week, and that's how you make yourself reach to that kind of conditioning before the stage. It's a lot of dedication and hard work. It does not come like this, but it's pure science. Stay connected. I want you to follow me on my journey and see all this interesting stuff. It's Natty Guruji. Fitness is pure science, no donkey work.